Thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with codes for the Sims 4 Poolside Splash kit. The trendy cuts of this collection were designed to complement a variety of skin tones and body types. Are you sure about that? Hello friends, we are back today in sunny Moonwood Mill because I want to test how the swimwear looks on all body types, and that includes werewolves. So if we look over here, you can already see my werewolves are decked out in the brand new kit and looking quite fabulous. But let's take a closer inspection in CAS. I went ahead and I grabbed some of the pre-made werewolves. Some of them you may recognize, others you may not. So for example, I've got Greg here, I've got Rory, I've got Lou. Some of the others are from the trailer and they are available from the Maxis gallery. So they are official Sims. They're just not necessarily in your game unless you put them in there. So, but they're kind of canon, right? So this is Aubrey Bloom. Now she's not actually a werewolf. She is a friend of the werewolves and I accidentally added her thinking she was a werewolf. But she looks so good in her swimwear that I just kind of wanted to keep her anyway. I think she looks very, very beautiful. And I think this is a really good example of the kind of outfits that you can make with this kit. Now, I don't love every single asset. I don't want to get too bogged down in why or what I love, what I hate. The intention of this video is to see what each item looks like on werewolves. But I did want to give Aubrey as an example of kind of what this swimwear kit did right. So you've got this really, really fashionable swimsuit. I really love the ribbed texture on this. It's very flattering on her figure. You get some really cute jewelry as well. These sunglasses, I didn't really like them too much at first, but the more I use them, the more I like them. I'm really sad we don't have like a lime green swatch, but we can't have everything we want in life. And then these kind of slides, I didn't like them at first, but they're really growing on me, especially when I put them on with socks. I think they look kind of hip hop or like skater. I don't know. They're growing on me. I think I like them. Am I a convert to these kind of like plastic shoes? Maybe, maybe not.
What is that? Reductions.
Again, this is an example of how this pack can look on Sims, and I think she looks absolutely stunning. I'm very happy to have this specific swimsuit in the game. All right, so if I jump over to Lux DeMarco, so you may recognize her. She is the trailer Sim. So Lux, she is the trailer Sim from the Werewolves trailer, so she should be fairly recognizable. I did check the bio to make sure that she's she, her, because I wasn't sure. Some of her looks are quite tomboyish. She has a bit of a masculine preference. Now for the swimwear I chose for her, I did choose more feminine styles just because I was trying to show everything off. I think if I was styling her personally for my own game, I'd go for something a bit more tomboyish, but I really wanted to kind of like show you all the assets. So doing my best here, guys, but she does refer to herself as she, her. So I think she looks absolutely incredible in this outfit. I really, really love this kind of swim skirt because I think it's great for if you want to kind of like be a little bit more conservative, cover yourself a little bit more, but still look quite sexy. I really like how it kind of goes up on the thigh. I think it's a really flattering cut, and I really like where it sits on the waist as well. I think it's very, very flattering. I think it looks great on Sims. I also really love these shoes. The thing is, werewolves don't actually wear shoes. There's no shoe category for werewolves, so there's something about the kit. You can't wear the shoes from the kit on werewolves if that's something you wanted to do. I really do love the anklet on these as well. So this little bandeau as well. This is not something I could wear in real life, but I do think it looks really, really good on looks, wearing it well. So human form looks, wearing this outfit very, very well. Let's switch over to werewolf form. Again, pleasantly surprised actually. I think it looks pretty good. One of my favorite things about putting the swimsuits on werewolves is you actually do see their little tail stump kind of poking through underneath the fabric, and I think it's absolutely adorable. It's like, it has my whole heart. So again, it actually flatters Lux's werewolf form really, really well. The skirt looks absolutely brilliant, I think. The bandeau, it kind of rises quite high in the center because werewolves have a very, very broad chest. So it does look ever so slightly different than her human form. It looks ever so slightly more raised, but I still think it looks pretty good. If you want your werewolf to wear a swimsuit like that, then you can do. The glasses as well. Now, I do find that glasses always clip on werewolves a little bit at the sides. They kind of like sit in their hair, but I don't think it looks too bad. On the whole, I think these glasses like look quite good on werewolves. So 10 out of 10 Sims team for this specific outfit. The next outfit that I have for looks, I wish they howled ever so slightly less in cast. It gets a little bit annoying. The other outfit is this. So I've got the bikini with the little kind of like upward scoop. I don't know what you call that. The bone kind of has this kind of upward U shape, and then the cup sits a little bit further back. The string on the back is a little bit flat for me. Also, this kind of little clip. I think it could be a little bit more, so let me just kind of go like that. I think it could be a little bit more 3D. This is not one of my favorite swimsuit assets from the pack, but it does look quite flattering on her. It makes the most out of her thighs. I think she looks absolutely banging. Let's check her werewolf form. So here we go. Again, werewolves are quite broad around the neck and chest area, so this does deform slightly. You can see on the shoulders here, it kind of looks okay from the side. Here it does anyway. It kind of looks a bit strange from the front. The cup is looking a little bit wibbly there, so it's not perfect. It's not awful though. That tie has become absolutely massive back there because obviously it's a flat texture. It's kind of stretched along with the werewolf's back, but again you can see the little cute tail. Not too bad. The underwear looks a little bit better, I think, than the bra, but yeah, not awful. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. The third outfit I want to check for looks is this kind of kimono shawl effort. Stop howling looks. Let's see how this looks on her werewolf form. So here we go. Again, not too bad. The cup doesn't look like it sits in the right place. The cup is looking like it sits under her werewolf boobies. But do werewolves have boobies? I mean, I don't know. It's looking, again, a little bit strange around the neck because they've got such thick necks and shoulders. And I am not body shaming werewolves for that. I think it's a strength because they absolutely look strong and ripped and ready to rumble. But the clothing perhaps doesn't look perfect on them. But again, not too bad. I do feel like you could kind of get away with it. Perhaps. Maybe. Okay, so here we have Bianca Barov. She's kind of a bit of one of the kind of naughty werewolves, and she is one of the werewolves from the trailer. If you go and watch the trailer again, you should be able to spot her. She's kind of fabulous though. I've made her into a bit of a diva, and she's wearing some of the more beautiful swimsuits in this pack. I really love this one. This is actually one of my favorite swimsuits from this pack. This kind of fabric fold over effort. She's also got, stop howling woman. She's also got these brand new kind of Barbie style glasses. She looks very, very glamorous. The shoes obviously will be taken off because werewolves can't wear shoes. And actually this is quite a subtle thing, but she does have the new nails from the pack as well. Now when I change her over to her werewolf form, you're going to see that she loses the nails. There we go, because werewolves by default always have these kind of like big spiky nails. So she did lose them, but it looks like I can go ahead and kind of like customize them myself. Yeah, there we go. So if you want these kind of, I've got blood under my nails, nails from the swimwear kit for your werewolves, you can actually do that, but you're gonna have to go into cast and kind of like set that yourself. I don't think it looks quite as good on werewolves as it does on Sims. You can definitely see how it gets a bit lumpy and bumpy. It doesn't look quite as like sleek in the kind of draping, but kind of okay. Again, not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Just the little tail stump gets me every single time. The glasses as well, they sit quite well. The cutting into her nose ever so slightly, but I do think you can kind of get away with it. Again, glasses always clip slightly at the sides on werewolves, so that's nothing new. Yeah, not bad, not terrible. So again, this is one of the swimsuits that I really do like from this pack. Unfortunately, you can see here it is clipping a little bit, specifically this outfit with these shoes. You're getting a bit of clipping on the toes. I don't know why that happens. I've noticed it on the thick wedges from high school years as well. So hopefully the Sims team can kind of sort that out so you can kind of wear it with whatever you want to wear it with. But yeah, I really love this. I think it's very on trend as well with like the cutout shapes. Yeah, good job, Sims team. And again, I think the Sims team are getting really, really good at textures. So there's a men's kind of vest shirt as well, which has a really nice grey marl texture. And I really like this rib. So I'm hoping that the Sims team keep adding more textured items in the game because I think it looks so good. Especially tops. I love some rib tops. I wear rib tops a lot in real life. So yeah, I'm all for more of that, please, Sims team. But let's check this out on her werewolf form. Here we go. Again, looking a little bit rough around the edges here. A little bit rough around the edges. Do you get it? Do you get it, guys? So it definitely has deformed here on the boobs. I mean, there aren't many clothes shops that cater specifically for werewolves. You know, it's difficult for werewolves to find swimsuits that fit them well. I can relate. I'm a very strange size when it comes to underwear and swimwear, so it's quite hard for me to find clothes. And I'm a human, so I can't imagine how difficult it must be for werewolf Sims. Here on the shoulders as well, you've got this kind of like lumping, bumping thing. But again, I think Bianca feels fabulous in this, and I don't want to criticize her too much because, do you know what? She's doing the best she can, guys, okay? She wants to look sexy as a werewolf, and I think she does. I think she's achieved what she was going for there. Like, wood smash. This is the last of Bianca's swimsuits, and it's this very vintage style bikini. It's kind of got the full coverage on the stomach, and it's kind of a very, very flattering cut, I think. I would have liked something a little bit more stylish. I would have liked something a little bit more going on. It looks a little bit matronly to me, but again, I can see the vintage inspiration. It looks a bit Marilyn Monroe, so yeah, not my favorite piece, but I do definitely see what the Sims team was going for with this. My thing is, like, how do you get this on? If this is intended for like bigger boobed Sims, like big chested Sims, like, how am I supposed to get this on? I need, like, where are the clips? Like, explain this to me. How stretchy is this? Anyway, let's have a look at her in her werewolf form. Here we go. It's looking a little bit masculine, I think, on the bottoms there. It's definitely changed shape from her human form. Her human form has this kind of very vintage kind of almost tummy control style to the pants, and then here it looks almost more like a man's Speedo, so it's definitely stretched out. I didn't realize how much longer werewolves were in the body until I put this swimsuit on her. Let's check the tail stump. Yep, still there, looking cute as always. The back always looks a little bit better, I think, on the swimwear outfits, because the back, I guess, doesn't change as much as the front because they get this like big chest. I mean, look at that hump though. I don't know. But yeah, again, once again, looking a little bit kind of janky on the shoulders there, looking a little bit uncomfortable in the cup. I guess werewolves don't really need to wear, because they've got so much fur, right? The fur is basically a furry suit. Listen, I am not criticizing furries at all. I think I support furries, and if furries want to put on their furry suit and put swimwear over the top, then that is their God-given right, their guru-given right. Kirill is Bianca's husband, so you download these two Sims together from the gallery. I think he is a very, very attractive Sim. I'm very happy to have him in my game, so thank you to whoever made him. He looks very, very nice. And again, he is one of the slightly more evil werewolves, though. If you're looking for more evil werewolves, you can go and download him from the gallery. I can't speak. And here he is in all his glory. I love this swimsuit for men. I think it's very, very kind of designer looking. It kind of looks like Versace, Gucci, Yves Saint Laurent to me, like their swimwear ranges. I really like, let me just kind of like zoom into his hand and you'll be able to get a closer look at his, the full package that you're getting with this swimsuit. I really like this kind of like gold kind of pressed detail there. I can't tell if it's meant to be like gold stitching or kind of like a little badge, but I think it does look really designer. It looks like quite thick fabric as well. Kind of like what Skims is made out of. Do you know when they did the kind of like scuba suit range? It kind of reminds me of that kind of thick scuba fabric, but again, it does look quite fancy. It's very poser and I think it suits him really well. You may have also noticed that I've got the new bracelet on him. I really like this. It reminds me of like if you go to a gig, people put the bracelets on and like don't take it off. Or if you go to like a resort, it's you get bracelets to say which areas of the resort you can go in. Like you can go in the pool area, you can go in the spa area. So I really like this. I'd love like a variant as well in a future pack where it's like you get several up your arm. It would have been really good in the grunge kit. You know when people go to a lot of festivals and gigs and they don't want to take the bracelets off until they literally fall to pieces. I think that would be very cool. I've been looking at his package a bit too long now, so let's just move away. He's also got on this really lovely jewelry that comes with this pack. Now, I love the jewelry we've been getting recently in The Sims. I think they've been doing an amazing job of it. I'm really, really up for more jewelry. So yes, please, Sims team. Unfortunately, if we do go to his werewolf form, any necklaces that you put on a werewolf are going to look very, very strange. Now, you could argue that he's got very big clavicles, and the clavicle, you know, the necklace is sitting as it naturally would if you had big jutting clavicles, but it does look very wibbly wobbly there. I don't think it looks great on werewolves. So just a tip, maybe necklaces aren't the best look for werewolves. He's so cute. Look at his little like bitten ear. He's just adorable. I love this Sim so much. He's not really adorable, but I find him adorable. So sort of like, you know, when you've got a dog or a cat and they're really naughty, but they're so cute and you're just like, you're so naughty. I can't, like, I know I should be mad at you, but I just can't be because you're too sweet. It's so fluffy. But yeah, these look really good. Look at his little stubby tail, guys. Look at his tail. It's a little bit shiny looking on his tail, but like the little stub, it just gets me every time. I love that that's there. It shocked me the first time I saw it. I was like, whoa. Like, it morphs to the stub. But yeah, I think these look really, really good on him. So the undies, a big yes. The bracelet as well doesn't clip. It looks really good. Necklace, not so much. So Kirill is also modelling for us these kind of side split swim trunks. I really, really like these again. Cutouts are really big for swimwear at the moment. And again, I do think they're very similar to kind of what you'd see at like Gucci or Versace. So I love these. They're available for men and women. And I think they really, really look very nice. Tiny, tiny bit too shiny. I would have avoided the shine. I don't really like the way shine looks in the game anyway, and it was a concern for me with the swimwear kit. I was like, oh, I hope they don't go and make it like super shiny. I prefer more of a kind of matte texture. I think it looks more classy as well. If you have more of a matte texture, it looks more like a better quality fabric than that kind of like cheap lycra, but it's not too bad. I do wonder what this is going to look like on his little stump, so let's see. So here we go. Again, from the front, I think this looks absolutely fine. Definitely pro this swimwear. Look at his butt, guys. Oh my God, Becky. Look at that butt. It's so big. So yeah, his little stump looks great again. It's funny he's got more of a bulge at the back than he has at the front. Moving swiftly on to another fan favourite, Lou Howell. Now, I know that a decent section of the player base is very, very hot for Lou. He is an absolute cutie. And let's have a look at what swimwear he is wearing. So here you go. I really like this kind of like wibbly kind of, what would you describe this kind of like geometric print on these shorts here. It's only on like the black option, I think. And again, he's got like the little slides on, but they're going to disappear when he turns into his werewolf form. And of course he has the little band bracelet on because like, how could I not? So here Lou is in his final form as a werewolf. I think these shorts look amazing on him. Again, these shorts and the slightly longer ones are favorite items of mine from this kit. It looks really, really good. And these look great on him. He's got his little tail stump. He looks fabulous. He's happy as well. He loves it too. Now, the men's tops, the men's vest tops are not actually enabled for swimwear. So you can find them under everyday wear, but not swimwear, which is a bit strange for me considering this is like a poolside pack. I would have expected everything to be available in swimwear. And I do actually put vests like this on my men because some of the men are a little bit, maybe they want to cover up a little bit more. Maybe they're a bit shy. Maybe they're a bit body conscious. So I do find like a little vest is a great cover up for the guys if they don't want to have the chest out. So I would have enabled that for swimwear, but let's not worry about that. You can always take the swimwear tag off and find them if you want to. I really, really like this vest top. I have tried it on female Sims as well, and it doesn't look as good on female Sims, unfortunately, because I was expecting a little bit of side boob. It kind of clings a bit strange here, but on guys, I really, really like this. It is kind of a rock and roll. It suits Lou really, really well. I kind of love it. And these are just the briefs that have the little cutout here, just in case you are wondering. How does it look on his werewolf form? Let's find out. Here we go. So I do think this is one of the items that converts quite well actually to werewolf form. Look at his stub. Yeah, I think this is quite a nice outfit. I probably would use this on werewolves quite a lot. It does kind of clip slightly here on the clavicles again, which I think that's just going to be a thing with most items when you convert them to werewolf form. But not bad actually, surprisingly not bad. Another fan favourite, we have Rory Oaklow. So Rory is kind of like the leader of the tough werewolf gang in the game, and she's kind of badass. She really likes fighting. She really likes kind of embracing everything it is to be a werewolf. She's looking very, very, very muscly today in my game, and we love that about her. Is Rory her or they them? I need to check. She, there we go. So the game actually describes Rory as she. I did just want to double check her pronouns. So Rory's swimwear then is this kind of, what would you call this? This sheer mesh wraparound, all the things top. It kind of reminds me of kind of, the back looks like a scuba suit, a scuba top. I really like the back and I love how it shows off her tattoo there. I feel like I want straps in the front. There's something a bit off about the front of this to me. But the more I've styled it as kind of like a club wear item, I'm starting to quite like it. Again, I just kind of wish there was something a bit different here. Maybe like a full vest or something. I don't know. She's also got another piece of jewelry from this pack and the new glasses from this pack as well. So we can see how they look on the werewolf form. And she's got the full briefs on here. Here we go. So again, the necklace unfortunately scrunches up in a really strange way. I've only actually used that on this outfit to show you kind of what it looks like in werewolf form. I'd probably just take that off actually and have it without. I think the kind of swim top looks a lot better without the necklace on, but I did just kind of want to put it on to kind of like show you guys what that looks like. Again, the sunglasses look absolutely fine. They kind of go into the side fur, but that's okay. Yeah, this top actually is one of the better ones probably on werewolves, just because of the way it does stretch, because it doesn't have a lot of detail up at the top. There's nothing to kind of like warp there. And again, those bottoms kind of, they look a bit long on her, but yeah, okay, passable, I guess. I've only really put this on Rory to kind of like show you what it looks like in werewolf form. I don't really think it's Rory's style necessarily, and it's one of my least favorite items in the game. If it was just a top, like if it, instead of being a one piece, if it was a top and a bottom, I'd probably use it a lot more. I definitely want to wear this as like an everyday outfit with shorts or jeans, but unfortunately because it's got this it's like one outfit. It's a full body outfit. I'm a bit confused about why you would wear this, because I wouldn't personally swim in this. I feel like I'd get kind of like tangled up in the shirt fabric. Also, I kind of wouldn't really want to wear it kind of for everyday wear or for hot weather wear, because I feel like it needs to be worn with shorts. So it's a very restricted, strange item for me. And again, I wish so hard that they'd made that a separate top, because I would have used it all the time and I would have loved it. Unfortunately, it's now one of my least favorite items, but I did want to show you what it looks like on werewolf form. So here we go. This is what it looks like. Again, clipping in a slightly strange way up here on the kind of halter neck. The shirt isn't so bad, but I think the halter neck underneath is kind of like ruining the effect. Yeah, these high-rise briefs, they don't look great in the game. I do see what the Sims team were going for with these, because they are kind of like a bit of a fashion trend to have these kind of very skimpy briefs. I don't think they're very wearable. They're definitely not something you would swim in, and it's just unfortunate that they didn't have this as a separate top. Yeah, not one of my favourite items on Werewolves either, unfortunately. Here we are, the man of the hour, Greg Lumbick. So Greg is the really angry werewolf that you can meet out by his little camper van in Moonwood Mill. And he always wants to fight your Sims, right? He's the really grumpy werewolf. Again, absolute fan favourite though. There's a lot of like... there's a lot of thirst for Greg, surprisingly. Many of you will not have seen him in his human form, so this might be a bit of a shock to you, because he doesn't actually go into his human form in the game. He's always a werewolf. But let's have a look at what I've decided to put on him. Because he's so angry, and because this is so out of character, I found it really, really funny to put him in this. So do excuse my sense of humour. But actually, it's one of my favourite items on Werewolves, because it just looks so funny on him. Again, this necklace is kind of clipping a little bit, unfortunately. Sunglasses look fine. And then he has this kind of rubber ring thing going on. I think it looks absolutely fine on the bottom half. It fits very, very, very well. The rubber bands, the armbands do look a little bit tight on his arms, which it cracks me up. It's so funny to me that he would like, I don't know, maybe he's got a bit of a phobia of water, so he's put his armbands on. And then they're just really, really tight. He's like really crammed his arms in there. I think it's my sense of humour. I think it's so, so funny. And I do think this looks kind of good on Werewolves. It's probably one of the best items for Werewolves, surprisingly. And last but certainly not least, I really love this werewolf in the game. He is in the game and he's one of the werewolves that you can kind of meet. I think he's in the Moonwood Collective as one of their members. This is Wolfgang Wilder. I really, really do like this sim. He's so cuddly looking. And again, like, he is perfect for this kit because he's got such a dad bod. And I really like this kind of shirt and shorts combo on him. I think it just suits him so well. Look, he's so happy with it. He's like proper smirking in there. So yeah, I do really like this shirt and shorts combo in the game. It's really, really nice for kind of like the cuddly dads out there. How does it look on Werewolves though? Well, unfortunately, this is one of probably the worst items for Werewolves because it has this kind of like split. For some reason, it's just on... Will you stop howling, please, for a second? For some reason, it's just on the right shoulder and not on the left shoulder. So I'm doing it as though I'm looking this way. So the right shoulder and not the left shoulder. I don't know why it's doing that. It's unfortunate because if it wasn't for that, I would say this would be one of the really, really nice items for Werewolves. So hopefully the Sims can kind of have a little fix for that soon. But yeah, if it wasn't for that, I would say that this converted really, really well. And I love these shorts so much. So if we just take off the shirt, you can see how well these shorts fit. Again, one of my favorite assets in this pack. I love these so much and they look so great on a bigger frame. And yeah, that's it, guys. That is my video on Werewolves.